Okay, gang, brief overview of the offer polisher tool that I put together. There's a couple things, and we don't need to go through it step by step because it is step by step. But there are a couple things that I want to talk to you about so that the output that you get will be more suited to you and readily usable. The first thing I want to talk about is everything involved in this document is driven by the who. Who are you trying to reach? Now, I hate it as much as the next guy when somebody says, you got to find your niche, find your niche. What's your niche? It's an annoying question that I hated even more once I found a niche and realized that they were right all along. The point is, nobody wants a generalist anymore. They want somebody who knows their daily grind, what knows what they're up against, knows some of the things that if they went to just a generalist, they just wouldn't know, right? So as you go through this offer polisher tool, you'll see that I used EdTech SaaS as an example for the prompts. And the reason I did that is because when I created this tool, I was working with a teacher who billed himself as a content marketer. And so content marketing is needed, right? A lot of people need content marketing. The problem is it's so unsexy and bland that even people who need content marketing, if you had a billboard that says get content marketing and they needed content marketing, they would still drive right by. I want to create a billboard for you that people don't drive by. They say, and they say, oh, let me stop. And I need to see if this is something that I want. And so for this person that I was working with creating this tool, teachers, if, as a teacher, someone that they're close to, they have a special place in their heart for, are other teachers. The problem is, how do teachers need content marketing? Maybe, but how many? And where are they? And how do you find them? So one thing, people that do need content marketing are EdTech SaaS companies, and so that's why I use that as an example throughout this document. Who is that? Who is the EdTech SaaS company to you in terms of who is somebody that you're good at, you're adjacent to, or you know a lot about, who also needs something that you're good at? That's how I want you to look at this. And I may have mentioned this before, but you don't have to. This doesn't have to be your only who for, and it doesn't have to be your only who forever. But it does have to be your only who for the purposes of this exercise because I want it to output something very specific for you and something that you can use. What we do here is we break this into your appetizer menu, your main course offer, and your dessert menu. The way to look at this is appetizers, just like it sounds. It's that first thing that they get, that thing that introduces them to you, whets their appetite to go further, some quick win that you can deliver easily and at low cost. It's a low commitment engagement that they don't have to do you don't have to convince them and they don't have to convince themselves to work with you. It's just something they need and readily want and that you can offer them. The trick is that once you deliver that to them, they're going to want to keep the party going to your main course because that's the transformation that they really want, and that you can deliver. And then the dessert menu is aftercare, post delivery services like maintenance, support, ongoing updates, optimization, that kind of thing. And so we have to build this kind of out of order because everything starts with the main course, and then we can decide what should the appetizers to the main course be, and then what is the dessert that goes on after that. I don't really need to go through this step by step, as I mentioned. It's already step by step, so I won't bore you with going through each one of these one at a time. But the first thing we want to do is define the problem and the who are you to whom, and why should they give a damn. Then we want to craft what's your main course, and you start by offering like what are your skill sets, right? What do you do? Are you a copywriter? Are you a graphic designer? Are you a data scientist? Like, what is it that you do? Craft your main course around that. Then you can create your appetizer offers based on your main course. That would be an easy segue right into it. Then we want to talk about your dessert. What's that aftercare look like for you or for them that they want, and how can it be presented? The next thing we do is we polish your mini offer menu so that you have something that you can put right in front of someone. I did an example of this down here. You'll see this example mini offer menu, the appetizer option 2, your main seductive offer, your dessert. The reason I'm going over this really quickly is you'll see that I put prices in here. A couple of times I've run this through ChatGPT and it gave me prices already, which means you won't even need to do the next step, pricing your offers. But that's in here just in case it didn't price it for you. Now, the reason you might have an idea for pricing already in mind, but I find that it always helps to let ChatGPT give you some perspective, because a lot of times solos price themselves too low, and when they find out what other solos are getting for the same service that they offer, and maybe not even off, they're not the competitors not offering it better, they realize that they're selling themselves short. I don't want you to do that, and so if when you polish up your main offer, if it doesn't give you pricing included, then do bonus step number 6. Bonus step number 7 is important, and it's a bonus because do you need it? No, but it's definitely helpful. And that is, what are the potential objections that your customer might have to this offer? I want you to have those at least in mind, because when you know what their objections are, you have a ready response for them. But not only that, I also give you a prompt to ask ChatGPT, how should you respond? And then I did an example of this, and there's a whole bunch of information here. But here's what I want you to remember: as you go through this tool, don't do it. Try to do it all at once. Don't have any outside inputs in between. I want this to be a clear chat thread that's very specifically focused on presenting your offer menu. And then as you go down through it, copy and paste my prompt into ChatGPT, hit enter, then come back and get your next prompt. Don't worry about what it outputs. Just get your next prompt from this document, then paste the next one into ChatGPT or Claude or whichever one you use. Don't go back and forth, copying back and forth, except for copying the prompt into the AI and then hitting enter, coming back and get your next prompt. It'll just go so much faster and easier, because then at the end you can then look through all of these different things, and you don't have to copy and paste all the challenges or all the transformations that you want. You can pick which one is most suited to you and that you want to work with from here. And so for the most part, that's the quick and dirty over this offer polishing tool. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the chat, send me an email, or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to see you get this working.